Cameras are rolling.
We rolling.
We rolling.
We
Give
rolling.
me 1 second. I gotta get hydrated.
Bro, get hydrated. That shit important, bro. He even hydrated the fucking denim, bro. I'm impressed. He's on a different level. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro.
You know we gotta keep the denim nice and hydrated. You feel me? You know, I said this shit to you. What? Last time I came through, I was like, Kevin stayed with the leather like how I stayed with the denim, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. It's the best of both worlds. That's just what it is.
So we here.
We here.
This is the bro Kevin, fellow artist.
David, bro.
My man.
You already know.
Don't drop that though. Hold up. Yeah, we gotta run that back.
You wanna run that back?
My shit is. It keeps touching my face.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it was gonna touch my face, and then I kept moving my neck.
I'm gonna just zip this down and then put that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We good.
Valid.
All right. So yeah, we here. My guy Kevin. Great artist, good friend of mine.
I appreciate that. I'm very blessed to be in the same space as both of y'all.
Shit, man.
Daryl, amazing new vibe. People, faces.
Yo, he got the shout out to Daryl before I got the shout out to Daryl. Fuck.
Oh, come on.
Fuck.
What do you mean? What you mean, bro?
Shout out to Daryl. He in the cut. You feel me?
Cut,
holding down cameras and audio. You feel me?
Always a blessing to be around David, per usual, bro.
Always a blessing to be around you, brother. What's up, man?
It looks like your waves are way bigger than Kevin.
So I should talk lower.
Yeah, right. Because yours are like all the way peaked out.
Maybe.
Yeah, nah. All right.
Maybe I have to put this lower.
Keep yours where it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna put mine lower. My voice be projected OD. You feel me? But we're here. It's a beautiful day. It's a nicer day than usual.
Yeah. For the past 2 weeks, it's been pretty brutal. In the case of like snow, fucking cold air, dry air. This is a good change of weather out here.
Yeah,
makes people feel more alive. This is like the first time I've seen people walk to the park.
Yeah,
like this
low-key, there's like people playing basketball, kids on swings and shit. Like
kids on the fucking monkey bars and shit. Someone was on the baseball field. You know,
it really made me like anticipate summer though. Low-key,
yeah, it made me anticipate summer. At least spring. Spring, I'll be outside.
Because my seasonal allergies gonna fuck me.
You know what? I respect that.
I'm out there with like Claritin every single day.
No, real shit. I've never experienced that. I feel so fucking bad for y'all. Like, no funny shit. Like, I've just never experienced insane fucking allergies. Like, that's like, bro, I don't know. Spring is great because I feel like it's so underlooked in the case of how, like, after it rains and everything's all moisturized and alive because they're all flourishing.
Yep.
Right?
Everything just keeps growing, you know?
Everything just keeps growing. Like, spring is underrated as fuck.
See, that's the thing. Like, I really enjoy spring a lot just because I like seeing everything grow.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing, like, all the colors come back out.
Yeah.
But I also be asked out because I'm like, damn, bro, I want to, like, enjoy all these flowers and all these trees blooming. Without sneezing every 5
like struggling to breathe and shit. Of course. You got to do what you got to do. You can't be outside too much. Like,
oh, man.
I get it.
But we love it. We love it, man. Every single season of life is a blessing.
It is a blessing.
We're here breathing fresh air. And the sun is out.
Like, very important. Vitamin D is important, bro.
We got very lucky because, like, the last few times we ended up shooting this joint, it was...
Weather was ass?
The weather was really bad on the first joint.
Oh, God.
Like, bad. Like, but, like, the second one... So it was just, like, super windy. And then we were right by water. So it was, like, cold, bro.
Yeah. I remember seeing the video.
Yeah, like, we had Daryl in the cut shivering, like...
Jesus Christ.
But, you know, we're on a high now because this is the last time we're going to be doing it in the brick.
Outside. In the
for,
brick
like, for, like, a little minute.
Your next shot's gonna be indoors, right?
Mm-hmm. Indoors. So what's up with you, man? How you been living?
Bro, we're living.
Yeah.
It's been like that since we known each other, and we've been pushing through like since we known each other, and we living, bro. Different wavelengths, but we still have the same ideas, the same goals and shit. It's just rolling with it, you know?
Going with life as it comes.
Going with life as it comes, taking every blessing with a grain of salt.
You been working on anything interesting lately?
Bro, you already know what we're working on. Bro.
I know, but
so I just want you want me to spill it out? We spill it out.
Yeah, bro. That's you.
We found some new 2 spaces, and we were about to put up some artwork I worked in the last 2 years.
Yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
So nothing crazy. You know, I kind of want to put out like a new presentation on like how we flourish as humans, you know, in any way possible. Dipping into clothing, not for the first time, but in a new level.
In a new way, yeah.
In a new way, in a new level.
I'm actually hyped as fuck to see that clothing
I'm hyped
piece,
as fuck
bro.
to see how that's gonna go too, bro. It's just, you know, we gotta push it to make it happen.
Honestly, we got time though.
We got
like,
time.
It's coming.
We do got time. I know that.
Are we gonna run a work session this week?
We are gonna run a work session this week. We gotta make it work. Even if we gotta get up earlier, I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I'll pop out after work. Real shit. Like, I just like I said, I just like working, bro. And if you're gonna meet me on that, if you're gonna meet me at that level, then I'm like, I bet we doing it.
Yeah,
like, real shit.
That's just how it is. Yeah, it's the first time I've been dipping into something to, you know, publicly display something since before COVID.
Yeah.
Shit hit me like a train ride in the case of me leaving here and going into different routes of, you know, of just working. Everyone's got a different journey, you know, but I already know what I like doing. I already know what the fuck I went to school for. I already know what interests me. Like, I'm not gonna drop that shit.
Honestly,
that's what it is.
I love
surround
that.
myself around it all the time.
That's the thing, and we've also been coming to a point where we're essentially living in it in totality.
Yeah.
Like, lately I've been going out and getting more references, and just the way that I've interacted with the world has changed so much in the past few years as compared to when I first started doing art. My first view at art. Now it's kind of, I'd say back then it was really an approach of just saying, oh, I just do this. Now it's an approach of saying, I do this, and I also am living it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm living
literally
it. Yeah,
just
like
part
you're
of
absorbing
life.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you surround yourself with people that are also doing it and living it because they understand what type of timing you are. Better yet, as New Yorkers, on top of that, like, we outside making money and shit. It may not be what we're trying to do at the moment, but we're living it because we're going out of the way to put ourselves in it. You know, there's so many people, let's say, in the city that are outside trying to absorb this and that, you know, and they're all in the same world as us, you know, trying to make it to whatever they desire as artists, or being in the art world, no matter like how minimal it is, but like being able to absorb what you're yearning for at the same time is such a blessing, you know, and that's regarding the location we're at too. So we are living it. We are living it in the full extent. We're all living it in the heart of it. On top of that, you know, it's great to be able to express that while people ask you like what you do. You got a point.
I've been coming to a point of realizing that living in it looks different for everybody.
It does, yeah, for sure.
Like the way that I've gone about it is very different from the way that Daryl goes about it, or different from the way that you go about it. But we're all doing the same thing, and we're also all able to come together and work with each other to make the thing happen. Without like any ego, without any just like bullshit. It's really just for everyone.
It is just for everyone.
Greater being. And I feel like it's kind of wild, because typically in the art world, that's how things operate, where it's like there's a lot of egos, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of like discrimination bullshit that just gets in the way of people just doing the thing,
what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. But well, at least what we're building towards, you know,
it's been working out with like barely any, if anything, very minor hiccups.
And honestly, I think that's just a part to say it's just us authentically being ourselves.
It is basically authentically being ourselves.
And that's like beautiful, because we allow all the awkward moments, we allow all the just bullshit that comes with it, all the hiccups, all the ups and downs. Like,
we kind of just accept and we move on, and we build from that, you know. It's just crazy.
I have been somebody who has loved your work for a while. I didn't understand it at all times, but I always respected the energy that you came at it with, you know.
I really appreciate that. Like,
Yeah.
I always verbally accost you how fucking crazy you are, you know.
Yeah.
I could say the same thing for you. Always loved your work, regardless of me understanding it or not.
Yeah.
Just like the way your execution comes out is fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
And you know, that means a lot coming from you. No funny shit, because you know, we're both on different wavelengths of what type of work we produce and how we absorbed art probably when growing up, you know. So, you know, my perspective is my perspective per se, and yours is yours as well. We both had grown up absorbing different medias and different culture, you know. We've all absorbed life in a different way, and I really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Funny shit. That means a lot coming from you. I really appreciate it.
Big love, brother.
It's all love.
Because like honestly, just presentation, color schemes, all those things. Like the thing that I've always come back to you with is literally just being like your eye for detail, your eye for material, your eye for just reference. And like, this is the very funny thing about this dude. I will have an idea in my mind, or like I'll be thinking of something and he'll just understand off top whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like the fact that your library for information and just references is so vast,
bro,
it's just insane to me, bro.
It's circling back to what we just said before, because like we're living it, bro.
Yeah.
Like that as are living it. We're absorbing in this shit every day, bro.
Yeah.
Every month we're experiencing something new, or we're visualizing something new. Like, this is just different. It really is. And the way I want to look at it is like, I like hearing people say to any type of art piece, not even just mine, or any type of media that's displayed, or any type of like anything that's put out there, like anyone that's just not understanding and they're looking at it and they're just like, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I love that compliment, bro, because at the same time you're kind of taking it in, and you're having a hard time taking it in, but you're still trying to take it in. If you're having a confused reaction to whatever you're looking at,
it creates ground for conversation.
Exactly. It creates ground for conversation, and it has people start thinking, you know, what can this look like? What can this feel? What can this, like, how can this function look in this lighting or whatever? And that's probably why I've always have like that vast library of just references in my head of what I think, or what I've experienced, or what I've seen, you know. It's just it's all circling back to just experiences. I could pinpoint how I felt that one moment that I saw something in particular and made me think, whoa, like I've never thought about it this way. And then you start asking the most important questions for yourself to grow as an artist, like, what if it was this way? What if I saw it this way? What if it was displayed this way, etc., you know? Which is great. Which is so fun of me taking references either off the top of my head, which sometimes I have a bad tendency of just not writing shit down, or or not like saving shit whenever I see it. I see this, like, the nicest thing I've seen in a couple months or weeks, and I just don't save it. But I could think of it. I could pinpoint it. I could be like, yo, I remember seeing this. I know exactly what they use. I know exactly what it was. I know exactly like how it was displayed, and it was exactly how I want it. This is exactly what I want to reference, and I could just pull it up. I'll try my best to pull it up, or I'll just make it happen, you know?
It's great. It's funny that you hit on that note of writing things down, because the homie Reggie, he got at me the other day, because I'm also a nigga that does not write shit down. Like, it's
hard.
It's not even
it's hard because like, it's hard to find the motivation and the like the initiation. That's what it is. That's what I'm looking for. It's hard to like put the initiation. The thing that I'm saying
is that like everything up here is like soup. like you know how
I get exactly what you mean, bro.
You know how you making like a vegetable soup or like a stew or something, and all the things are coming together to make the thing like taste amazing.
Exactly.
But
You gotta find it.
Yeah,
You gotta find it. It's
bro.
lost
Like,
in there.
you might say, "Oh, there's some pumpkin in this stew."
You don't know where
I
it
didn't even
is,
know
though.
where it was, right?
You don't know where it is.
So like, the way that I be thinking is, I'll have an idea. It'll be somewhere in there, and then when the time for it to come is like prevalent,
Yeah,
I'll just be like, "Oh, need that."
exactly.
So after he did that, I started writing my ideas down, right? And the dopest thing about writing your ideas down is that it almost kind of holds you accountable to do it,
Yeah, exactly.
or at least to remember it.
Exactly.
So
that's how I felt about when we just started doing our work sessions. You saw
Yeah.
how I lost that fucking book. It ended up being in my
Mhm.
portfolio that I checked 2 times. in front
but
of
you know what's wild with the work sessions? I write everything down,
Exactly.
and then I put it up. I'm like, "Yo, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. Boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom." Because it's just accountability.
It is accountability.
But even then, like, I'll have an idea. Writing down your ideas makes it way easier to just vocalize it with somebody else,
exactly.
right? So even if it's a dumb idea, I can text you, Daryl, any of the homies, and be like, "Yo, I have this idea. Let's
Mhm.
do it." And you guys have the opportunity then to be like, maybe we shouldn't do that,
Mhm.
or you know what, we can do that. Let's try it. Mind you,
Different voices and everything.
I still do want to do that idea on the shore with the lights, but we trying to keep this as like,
The Shore and the Lights.
yeah,
Those are
you know,
facts. Yeah, on
Whitestone.
Whitestone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at night, but lighting that would cost way
No,
too much
no, it
money,
wouldn't.
bro.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, bro.
we
trust me,
would
trust
we
me,
would
bro.
need some lights, bro.
I know where to get lights. Is what I'm saying, bro. No, we don't, bro.
This nigga know where to get lights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna cost that much, bro.
You know what? And that's also community, because you got to ask questions to get.
It's not
the answer
like,
that
yeah,
you
bro,
need.
because that shit could happen. That shit could happen so easily in the case of just getting 1 foldable, 2 foldable lights, and then packing that shit back up into Home Depot, bro. The fuck you
Oh
mean?
shit!
Like that's all we gotta
Okay.
do. Like,
My man said, "Okay, let's get it, return it." You know what? I like that.
That's just what it
That's
is.
the Amazon jig. That's the
That's the
Costco
Amazon
jig,
bro. Bro, on top of that, Amazon probably sells all these bullshit ass lights that are like they're foldable to fold up to 4 feet, whatever.
That is true.
And like, return that shit the next fucking week.
You know what? Yo, this nigga spitting game, bro.
I'm just being game, bro. This is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we try to make shit look fly, and you're trying to progress through a project, like, just start thinking outside the box of how you can make shit look nice. You know,
That is true.
it's just that's what's so fun about it. That's so fun about like starting a project and a new medium and a new idea. You're just like, nah, like, I know where to look for this around. Like, I know where to look around for this to look even flyer, to look even better, to look outstandish, from other creatives that are doing that. Not to make it into a competition, just like that's how you grow, though. Regardless, you want to take like comparison from other people that you're looking at and just be like, I could do this better. You know, like I could do this in a way that someone isn't experiencing it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say, like,
That is real.
You're trying to get on that shore. You can make it happen. You can get a couple lights, and getting the lights is like, it could be a venture, but it'll be worth it.
That is true.
It's just an obstacle.
I can't lie. That's one of the things that I know I can do better at. Where it's like thinking outside the box, or kind of being more adamant towards going to it immediately. Where what I'll do is I'll have an idea, I'll test it, and then I'll, like real life, like science experiments.
Yeah,
I'll
real
just
life
change things as I go around. So
excuse me.
So this is the 3rd time we're doing this.
Yeah.
By the 5th, 6th time, this can look completely different.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna jump straight towards making it look different from the jump,
of course,
because there's always that skeleton idea. You know?
Yeah. You want to build out that skeleton first. Besides, excuse me, you want to build out that skeleton before you jump into something extreme.
Meats, all that. Yeah. But even then, I always welcome new ideas, because you never know where ideas are going to take you.
Yeah, of course. And that's probably what, like, how I think different. Because if I have a new idea and it's extravagant, it's like I want to jump into it, even though it's like, even if like 4 or 3 people see that extravagant ass idea, it's like it still exists. It's like as an entity that's gonna go around to see new faces, to new people or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just the fact that it got pulled off is what matters. You know, like
Yeah.
that's just my perspective of saying it or attempting to do something that's extravagant or out of the ordinary of the skeleton that you built.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm not the type of person to be like, nah, if I'm gonna pull something off this big, I need it to be like viewed by this person, that
Yeah.
person, etc., whatever. But I feel like it's just having it created as an entity, no matter how extravagant or big you went, how big you went, since it's a past tense, you could show that to anyone, and you experienced it too.
Yeah.
It's the experience that matters, you know.
So I've been trying to lean into that more often, and I'm doing a lot better at it now. It's like previously I'd be on some, oh, this has to be perfect. I've kind of tossed the idea of perfection out the window. I don't care about perfection. I just want to get the thing done.
Exactly. That's how I always felt, bro. And I'm honestly glad that you've moved past that, because like I've noticed that about you, which I do appreciate. It's not really it's not really something you should look at negatively, nor did I ever look at it negatively. But also I've always, like, again, this is like my perspective, but I've always been the type of person to be like, yo, I just need to get this shit out and just put it out, and if I feel like I could work better on it, and then I have the room to work better on it. You know, it's not like I have to spend a shit ton of time and the fire goes out and it's a little dimmer than it was before. It's like, get the shit out as soon as possible so it could so you could just feed onto it, you know?
But there's also merit in letting an idea be what it is.
Of course.
Right? Like, say I have something that's grand and it's big and I can't figure out how to get it done.
Yeah.
And then it fizzles out. That's cool. Course. That's all it was supposed to be.
And that's understandable. You
know?
But
and like some things don't evolve past whatever that initial idea or that initial draft or sketch is. And it can be kind of tough to accept that.
Yeah.
But that's also okay, because that's still information that can go to the next thing that you're doing.
I agree. That's an interesting way of looking at it, because the way I look at it was that idea does fizzle out, but it never stops existing, because I could add on to said next idea. You know, it lives on in a new form. It lives on a new medium or whatever. So that's why, like, I feel like going grand on it may not look like how you thought it would look like when you first drew it on paper. You know, like, it probably has a different shape and form and personality than how it looked from when you first thought of this, when you drew it on paper, let's say 2-3 years ago. Now it's like something completely different, and it's completely unrecognizable from the draft. Like, that idea has never fizzled out nor died out. It's just evolving. It's just simply just growing into something alongside as you growing as a person, you know? Like, you think, oh, like, this was never going to work out, but in the case it did work out, it just worked out as a different shape. It's a different thing.
Looks completely different.
Being, you know? That's why I always like going extravagant on things, because I'm just like, I'm gonna just push this out, and if it's not what I'm happy with, I'm gonna go harder next time. This is the same idea. This is the same like construction that I've put out years ago. It's just in a different form, is in a different version. You know, like that's how I looked at it. Like, when I did my show, when I did my first public display that you were at, bro, like, that shit has been evolving for the past like 4 years before that. It's like, I started off like the most basic shit, bro. Every creative in New York has had this idea, and they've done it and they execute it because it's the easiest skeleton to build up. And it's like, go make a piece of clothing, go make a piece of media, and display that shit in downtown, right? Go take pictures of it in your little DSLR and just take that shit in downtown, and, you know, like, post that shit on the gram and see the traction or whatever. Like, a lot of people has done that. There's a lot of inspirations that I take from that has done that shit, and they've grown exponentially from that. And it's because all you have to do is just start up the skeleton. That same idea has just developed into that show that you visited. It's the same thing. It's the same exact skeleton, which is like why I really do think whenever an idea is written down, that shit grows exponentially and never fizzles out. It never dies. You know, it just shapes into something differently. That's how I see it. This is why, like, I really appreciate you that write everything down, and you visualize everything, and no matter how it fizzles into, what it fizzles into, or what it like diminishes into, quote unquote, it's shaping into a new idea because you're thinking and growing at the same time. It's the same thing that's just like circling in that soup, like you said. It's the idea that you don't know when you're gonna like need it, but when you need it, you're gonna dig it up and you're gonna see how it is. The soup is marinating it, like it really is. Like it's going into it, seeping with the flavors and everything, with everything else. Like that potato can make that carrot fucking taste differently because that potato's there. You're growing with it.
You just said some powerful stuff, man.
It's really important to circle back to whatever you jot down before. Whatever you thought of before. It's really important. Or just making sure that you're circling back into something and it could help you out in the future.
You should understand your core values, because your core values are always going to be at the center of what you're making.
Of course. Of course. It gives a personality too. It doesn't look crazy, Yeah. It doesn't really look crazy. All your inspirations to always give them your flowers in your head for that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, make sure, bro, what your core values are.
That's one of the biggest things, right? Find mentors, find like-minded people, and just move from there. Because once again, we all come from different walks of life. We all have different influences. We all have different things. But when you allow all those things to come together, that's when you're making culture. The other day, when we were working, you said you were trying to be part of the world that you like really want to be in.
Yeah.
And I had that moment where I was like, you don't have to try to be in it, because we literally make the world now.
Yeah.
Like, we're now coming to that point where we're making the world. We're like building the people that we would like around us. We're building how we would actually want to have things presented.
Exactly.
And we're all doing it off of our core beliefs and understandings.
Yeah. And I understand that because I think people have a misconception of being part of the world means as an artist, or as someone that does partake in putting out media or any type of form of visuals outside in the world, in the real world, for other people to experience it and everything. It's like, first, I don't want to sound like an old fucking man, bro, but
old souls, brother.
Social media be ruining that, and I feel like you agree more than I agree, because I still have Gram on the phone. I still have Twitter on my fucking phone.
Bro, do you really want me to?
This one's on some blackout shit.
Do you really want me to turn this into a rant about social media, bro?
No. I don't, because I know how you feel about it, and that's valid. That's
exactly how I'm gonna get, bro.
Yeah. But the reason why I brought that up is because we are living in the world, but there are people out there that think they aren't living in the world because they're not in the mix. They're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not an art basel, they're not a fashion week, they don't have this, they don't have the latest bullshit, whatever, right? So they're like outside in fucking Soho, just spending fucking thousands of dollars on a fit just for a week or two, and then boom, where do you go back to? Go back to your regular little life, because you're not really like adapting to what the world is going through. You're pass buying it. Pass buying it.
It's wild. Like, my energy be on 10, real shit. Because I felt as though we would end up having this conversation before I came in here today.
Yeah.
Like, I was really thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because I was in Soho yesterday, actually, and I was like looking at everybody. I was like, yo, y'all look so uncomfortable and just out of place because you're trying to be here. You know what I mean?
It's like you're forcing yourself to be here. What the fuck? Like, what is the deal?
And like, this goes to everybody who really just has to follow a trend, or really has to follow any type of wave to feel as though they are being seen or that they're validated.
Exactly.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself, right? Like, you don't have to go spend thousands of dollars on some clothes. You don't have to be next to so-and-so to feel validated.
Just to be outside.
Like, real shit, bro. The most joy that I get is literally out of knowing that I'm able to connect with the people that I'm closest to. right?
Which is great. And then like you know the right spaces to put yourself in because you're you're communicating with new people and you're living through this experience with new people, and they're in the same type of timing that you are.
Even then, you get to bring those people into the spaces that you are in.
Yep.
Right?
Which is great.
So like, you're not now the person who's saying, oh, I need to be here and here so that this person sees me. You're saying, no, I'm exactly where I need to belong. Nobody here has to feel as though they're here because they need to be seen by someone. Everybody's here because they would like to actually be here.
Yeah, bro. I have a great you're right, because I have a great example of the complete opposite situation, and this was like Fashion Week like 2 years ago, something like that, and I was there literally just for a performance or whatever. But I see, like, what I've seen is just that this shit turning into Rolling Loud because we got celebrities as big as fucking Quavo and whatever. Like, they just be outside, and which is cool, right? So this was like a Sweet Chicks event where they had Quavo pull up, perform a couple songs, and people were just fucking pushing each other or whatever. And then, bro, guess like the guy next to me was fucking Cash Cobain. I didn't listen to his fucking music.
Really?
And then people were shoving and shit. And I'm just like, yo, bro, y'all shoving just to be right
next to a person?
Like, I'm chilling. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do the same shit? You're gonna do the same shit that I'm doing. Like,
yo,
like it's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It really isn't that deep.
Bro.
And I was just like, bro, what are y'all on? Because this energy is mad disgusting, bro.
It's really
it's
just
like draining. It's just, like, I don't know, bro. And this was like that summer that it was mad fucking humid too, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember
Jesus
that shit.
Christ, like, bro, it's just that energy goes so like, it just goes such a long way to explain like that. People really don't really understand what is really going on around them, like why people are doing this in the first place and why they're trying to express their feelings and their media or their art, you know? They're just there just to be there, and it really hurts. Like, it really hurts to be around it, is what I'm saying.
It's I mean, you know this from me. I stay out of the mix,
which is great.
And it's solely because of that reason. Like, I've cultivated my energy to a very specific point. You know how, like, we can say that everybody has antennas?
Yeah.
My antenna is literally tuned to a very fine frequency. So if I'm going around and I'm, like, literally seeing people act like they're somebody when you're really just a normal-ass person who probably spent too much time trying to seem like you're somebody, that shit throws me off.
No, that shit throws me off.
So I don't like being in those environments solely for that reason.
I just turn away from it. It's not even a question. If I feel off about you acting a certain way, then I gotta
leave.
I gotta
but that's also the same reason, because remember when we went to that BBC event?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, bro.
I swear to God.
Niggas got the same feeling at that shit where, like, it was literally just a bunch of people standing around.
Hate that shit.
Like, nobody was really...
It was me, you, and Penny, right?
Yeah. That was... I couldn't stand that shit, bro. I couldn't stand that shit.
I had to get a couple drinks in and shit. I was like, yo, bro. If the couple drinks don't make me feel a little better about this space, then I'm leaving, because what the fuck am I here for?
Bro, that's the wildest thing, because it's funny. Like, in sobriety, I got to that point, too, where it's like, if I don't enjoy being here, I'm just leaving. Like, it doesn't, the drinks won't help.
I
the
really
weed won't
that.
help.
I deadass do respect that, bro.
If the shit is whack, this shit is whack.
I know, bro. Because I hate how that comes up in a conversation. And it still comes up to me in a conversation where, like, yo, let's get a couple drinks in and see how it feels after the couple drinks in. Like, why do we need to keep a couple drinks in just for the space to even be better?
Exactly,
you
bro.
know?
Like,
I understand. And I've caught myself a couple times as of recently where I'm just like, if I have to drink for me to stay here, I'm not staying here. This literally just happened on Friday. You remember Muhammad?
Yeah.
So he works at Good Bar, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm DJing here. He works at fucking Good Bar, bro.
Yeah.
You know where that shit is?
No.
Greenpoint.
Really?
I
That's
hate that.
OD
area,
people.
No, it's not OD people, bro. It's OD white.
It's OD
people,
white
bro.
people, exactly.
It's OD
yeah.
white people that were in there, bro. That were in there, bro. I kid you not. Like, older than 30, 31 or whatever. They were just networking,
and
bro.
They was acting a fool, right?
They were acting like a fool. They were just like, yo, bro. This dude's doing fire ass mixes and shit, and everyone's just out here fucking networking, talking about Outlook and whatever. And I'm just like, no fucking way.
Excel sheets.
I was like, no fucking way, bro. Like, ain't no fucking way.
Oh, man.
Like, I can't do this shit. And I grabbed a drink right? Grabbed 8 drinks.
Yeah.
Calm, small little Pinot Grigio. I didn't even finish a fucking quarter of it. I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, if I have to drink
I can't do this.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I
man.
gotta get the fuck out of here. So that realization and that mentality is slowly seeping into me.
Yeah.
You know? So
I'll be hella assed out because I'll be like, I want to go out and then I won't want to be around the main groups of people that are outdoors these days.
I know,
You know,
bro.
like,
I know, bro.
I can't be around a bunch of white
exhausting.
people, bro.
It's just getting fucking exhausting, bro. Like, that's getting exhausting where you don't feel community around you anymore, and it's like you have to kind of pick your poison and kind of pick and choose, like, what day am I gonna like decide to go out and actually enjoy like the space that I'm around, you know? Like for example, when we went to Summer Stage last year,
that was a good.
I love that energy.
That was a
there.
good day.
It was great because we were around community, we were around people that we, you know, that we grew with and that we actually know and we actually respect each other
and have fun around.
Like that's the type of energy that
low
I'm trying to go out for.
Like low key, we need to slide back to that taco spot. Because I'll be tight, my nigga. I missed them shit.
Yeah, I can't believe you missed it by a customer. I was the last fucking
customer, bro.
I wish you pulled up early. I would have just ordered for you and everything. Fuck.
I didn't know they were closing that early.
They were closing that
but
early.
Like, yeah, we gonna slide back to the taco spot. Also, bro. Summer Stage this year.
Did he pull up a lineup yet?
I doubt it, but he does it like every year.
Yeah, they do it every year. And it's always around our birthday, bro. So that's like us celebrating our fucking birthday.
Fun fact, we got the same birthday.
We got the same exact birthday, bro. Same fucking day, same fucking year, bro.
Crazy.
Yo, once I find out the hour is the same, bro, I'm gonna be shook.
Yo, nah, cause I remember when you texted me that. I was like, yo, wait, what?
What, the birthday?
You texted me your birthday. I was like, yo, send me your ID right now, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah, we sent each other.
You sent it. I was like, why you wilding, bro? You Photoshop that shit, bro? Nah, that's sick as fuck.
That is sick as fuck. We both got short hairs in the fucking ID too.
Facts, yo. That was before.
You still have the same ID photo because I do.
Nah. Mine is
I've been meaning to change it.
I'm Rastaman in my shit now.
I still need to change my shit. My shit is still the same from LaGuardia days.
Damn, bro. So you probably look young as fuck.
I look exactly how I look when you met me, bro. Just like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, nah. I had to like get my ID changed a few years. When I got my driver's license, I had to change it. So I was like, I bet we Rasta our shit now.
That's valid. Yeah, I'm about to change my shit this year. Might as well.
Yeah.
Big 25. This is a good year to change it.
This is how we say, like, boom. Both Kevin and Daryl are the folk because they knew me when I had my locks like that. Yeah. Like y'all know me with the locks. They know me without the locks. So
exactly.
That's real ties right there.
I was thinking about cutting my shit too.
Really? Damn.
Because I already trimmed it, and then I was like, damn, am I dealing with this again? Like, but also I want to go back to like the pineapple bun that I had before because I don't have the pineapple bun anymore.
Why don't you go braids again, bro? That shit was fire.
I am gonna do braids. Yeah. I'm gonna do braids for like for the spring, you know, keep a calm little Scully throughout the spring.
Respect.
We always rocking Scullys here.
This feels very full circle. You know why?
Why?
One of your projects in LaGuardia, you interviewed me.
Yeah. I remember that. Do you remember where we interviewed you?
Yeah, it was around in Flushing, and then we did the voiceover at your crib.
Yeah. Where was the location, though, is what I'm trying to think of.
I'm not dropping no locations. It's too close to home.
It's too close to home? It was by your crib?
It was by my crib, your crib? Yeah. Too close to home.
Oh,
but low-key, it's wild because saying that, anybody who's watching this shit wouldn't even know. Like, but whatever.
No, but I remember now exactly where we were at when we were recording. You're right.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro, that's like... People don't realize this. Like, you really be tied into people for long ass times before you ever see anything fruitful come from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And that really only grows from there. Like,
that's a fact.
Sustaining friendship is one of the things that I've learned to be better at over the past few years. and I'm very grateful that I got that skill now.
It's a very good skill to have.
Yeah.
It's great to nourish people that are around you that always mean good to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because there's like so many times that I've had just turbulent moments within friendships. Even us, like,
Yeah, of course.
we haven't always been on that like on go, but it actually makes me very happy to know that we're at that point right now.
Yeah.
And the only reason we're at that point is because we literally had a conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, the thing is, I always, bro, the fruitful thing for me is that I always knew he was gonna circle back to this. 'Cause I was
always,
just
bro.
like, he's just going through his own shit, and I gotta respect that space. You feel me? It is what it is. I always knew he was gonna pull up back to this. I was just like, we're all human, we're all men, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Just-
We brothers at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like, the funny, like, this is the thing that I love about it, right? Is really allowing each other to have that time where we're going through things. Right?
Yeah.
Like, because, again, I was going through a lot of shit. You were also going through a lot of shit. Neither of us really spoke about the shit that we were going through. We're kind of just like, yep, whatever, this is how it is.
Like, this is happening. We were both like, yo, he going through shit.
We're
so
living, bro.
Let
like,
him rock. Bullshit.
yeah.
Like, it was just, I feel like it was more of like us not understanding that we're both kind of going through, not the same experiences, but the same dreadfulness that we're going through. And we were just like, we were too focused on our own dreadfulness, you know? And that's where selfishness comes back to, because I was selfish in my own way.
Same.
And it comes like that when you're going through such like things that are traumatic mentally or whatever, like in your actual life, in your physical life, etc. You know, very understandable to be completely selfish in your ways to make sure that you're good in the end of the day, because no one got your back besides yourself, like how you do. So selfishness always is healthy in the case of being, you know, there for yourself. But ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, and I think the art of growing up is really understanding that there has to be a balance, right? Because no real relationship, friendship, or romantic can actually exist unless you allow yourself to be selfless as well.
Exactly.
Like, obviously you have to have moments of selfishness because you're your own person. At the end of the day, like, you have your own goals, your own ambitions. You want to see yourself doing the best that you can, but you can really have proper and healthy relationships because you choose to be selfless, or because you choose to put your ego to the side, you know? And it's not like the easiest thing to do all the time, right? But you also got to have that point where it's like, do I really fuck with this person? If I do, then whatever I'm tripping over really isn't even that deep.
Yeah, it isn't.
Real shit.
Because they're going to be able to understand, you know?
Exactly.
They're going to be able to, damn, the word just left my tongue. That's so sad.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to come into fruition with you on how things are expected to end up in case of how the relationship is going to go.
Yeah. I've been like huge on conversation lately, bro.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
same.
Let me know how you feeling. Let me know them thoughts.
Same.
Like, even with Daryl, bro,
Yeah.
I hit him on FaceTime, Sunday? And I was like, yo, how are you rocking with shooting? Like, everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's good, bro.
Yeah.
You moving. And I'm like, cool. That is all I need to hear.
That's crazy.
If you have
brought
any
that
issues, bro, please tell me. Let me know. Because,
Yeah.
like, if you aren't bringing up your issues to me, then I don't know that there's no issue. I don't know that there's an issue, you know? Like, and it's okay to have an issue. Like, it's okay to feel some type of way about anything.
I had the same exact conversation yesterday with someone. That's so crazy that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we need to have this conversation if things are, like, if we're not going to know if we're even have a fucking problem or not, you know?
Yeah.
And the question bared towards me was like, is there even an issue with this? I was like, nah, there isn't.
Yeah.
If there isn't, then we're cool. Because we had a conversation about it. And if there was, I would have brought up the conversation about it. Or hopefully, like, you would have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You know? And said conversation could help a person grow from either party, which is important. You know?
We've lost the ability to converse and interact with each other heavily in the ways that people used to be able to kind of solve issues amongst others.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, Cause like you'll laugh about this shit, right? Where people be like, "Yo, I had an issue with bro. We just ran a fade. We all good now, right?"
Yeah.
You can't do that shit no more without somebody like really getting mad that you ran a fade with them. Like,
It's a fact.
and it's not to say you should be running fades with your friends, but like at least know that there's a way to solve whatever issue is at hand. Like you don't gotta just fester on the shit. You don't gotta like kick the person out your life because they don't they disagree with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like we're all people. Like we all live real lives. So it's kind of weird that we kind of act as though just because somebody wronged us, we can just kick them out for good. You know, and it's not a very human thing to do either.
To just kick a person out just for being wrong.
Yeah, it's like real life blocking somebody, but you can't really block somebody in real life.
No, you're right.
We be on that. We've been bringing them social media tactics to real life. Digital stalkers, my nigga.
Oh shit.
But you know.
Yeah. I agree to some extent. I feel like if the person isn't really returning their energy, there's no really point of interacting with them, you know? It's not like I just like said fuck off.
Yeah.
It's more of like I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah. We mirror energies out here, if we're being very honest.
Exactly.
And that's also a human thing.
Yeah.
Like that's not a byproduct of like if somebody isn't giving you what you need to feel nourished and like welcomed in a friendship, then go on your way.
Mm-hmm.
That's how life is.
It shouldn't be It shouldn't be extremely malicious at any point. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You know, just act proper, act accordingly, and make sure you put yourself where you stand.
Yeah.
As a mature person, as a mature human being, bro.
I gotta say, bro, this sun feels amazing right now.
It's feeling great. What time is it? It's like 1, 2. It's like about to be 2:25.
That joint is beaming straight on the face. It's like, I'm sure I got a nice little Bruce Leroy glow right now. Shout out Max B, you feel me?
Oh, you know. Man. Yo, you saw that Ernie Barnes fucking collab?
Nah.
With Supreme?
I haven't been following Supreme like at all.
Yo, they put Ernie Barnes painting from Marvin Gaye's I Want You on a fucking Sherpa, on a shirt and shorts.
Oh my god.
I kind of need that shit.
Yo, that's so hard.
It is hard. It is hard.
Fuck. That's a great album.
I love that album.
It's a great album.
I love that album. I've been trying to find it on vinyl.
Hold up, Daryl. That dog got a big ass stick.
Yo, he's enjoying the shit out of that stick.
Yo, that ass.
Chewing on
now,
that bark,
now he's just like watching. You feel me? We put him on the blast, so he's kind of shy now. But you know, I've been bumping The Score by the Fugees a lot lately.
I like the Fugees. They're cool.
And in listening to that album, I had a realization. I like hip hop more than I like rap.
You like hip hop more than you like rap?
Yeah, man. Because hip hop is a culture. Hip hop is an experience. You feel me? Rap is just some shit that niggas do. And I'm saying niggas plural, not like niggas is in black people. Like anybody can rap. You feel me?
I get it.
But like, I feel as though that's an energy that I'm starting to bring into my life far more. Is that like moving with hip hop culture, much rather than being like, yeah, I'm just doing this thing, you know. Like we're bringing the culture into every single part of what we're doing.
That's a fact.
Yo, Daryl, how we looking on time?
Timing, let's see. We got 40.
Oh shit, this has been a minute.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It
didn't even feel like that.
Where are we cutting out to?
Just right when it's getting warm. I don't know, man. Like
we can keep going.
We can keep going. We can flip it up, going, like bro. Whatever the call is.
But what I've been listening to, there's this album called Ali, and he's a French, I believe, either from France or from Brazil. I don't quote me on this, but this is like a very, very nice, soulful, like French-based or Portuguese, like soulful album, like very, very world. It has a lot of instruments and like induced in it, and I just found it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Like conveniently, because I was listening to it because I was working on some things. Like right now I'm remodeling my room and I'm trying to like get into the workflow back into it, and I found that album like while I was out in Cali. And I don't know, it's just like such a really distinct feeling that album just fucking put out to me. And I went up to Maine. Yeah, I went up to, not Maine, Rhode Island, my mistake. I went to Rhode Island like 2 weeks ago.
If you haven't gone to Maine, though, Maine is a very beautiful place.
I was just talking about with my homegirl that we were going to go to Maine.
Yeah,
like,
Maine is,
I really
Maine is so beautiful, man.
It is beautiful. But we went to Rhode Island and we went to a bookstore that also sold vinyls, and I found that fucking vinyl on, I found that album on vinyl. I was just like, shit. This was like such a great album to just like be in my thoughts and study to, because it really felt, dude, it's like screaming the orange. Like I felt warm, you know. I felt kind of cozy in this album. I read some of the lyrics. It was about like sustainability between lovers or sustainability between relationships, and like this was also a what's it called, a what's the word called when you're like a dedication to someone? Is like a ode to his father, named the same person as well. And that was like, it's just such a magical album. I gotta link it to you.
Yeah, link me to that. I'd be interested.
That's what I've been listening to. I've been circling back to it, you know. It's really fun. That just reminded me of that album because we were talking about I Want You. It's also an amazing album. I was going through you know, I was going through, I was just going through like some emotions in the last 2 years. And I remember circling back to that album, and like I didn't know how sad, like true sadness felt, until like I cried to the first song off the album, like, under the same name, and I was like, fuck. Like I get it now. I feel it, and it's just, I love how music is making me cathartic about what I'm actually feeling, instead of just putting on a fucking stone face and be like, whatever, I'm upset. Like,
but that's the like dopest thing about music, is that your relationship to it changes over time. You know, like the things that you overlooked the first time around is going to be different from the things that you're listening to it for 2-3 years down the line. You know, that's just art in general. You know, art changes every single time you look at it. It does. And that also changes based off of your experiences. So I don't know. I have a lot of albums that I've come back around to over time. And I really don't like labeling an album as soon as I listen to it. Like I remember the first time I listened to Mr. Morale, Big Steppers, right? I was like, oh, this is cool. And then like a year down the line, I was listening to it again, and this is like, I ended up having it on repeat for a very long time, because I was like, wow, I can understand this now. I can really get where you're coming from.
Exactly.
Same with Donda, same with like all these other albums that I kind of just tossed to the side, where I was like, you know, this is a good album, it's cool. Like,
and then you circle back to it and it just feels like...
First time I heard Love Deluxe, I didn't really like play it that much, but now anytime I hear it, I'm like, oh, I need to listen to this completely. Like, there's so many different. Now I gotta run back I Want You by Marvin Gaye. But you know, it's actually a really great Marvin Gaye album.
Which one?
Hear My Dear.
Hear My Dear is so great.
That shit is,
I don't care how overrated it is, it's fucking amazing.
Bro, who's calling that overrated?
Who's calling that overrated? I see that shit everywhere.
What?
I see that shit everywhere.
That's crazy. Yo, Daryl, Hear My Dear by Marvin Gaye, overrated?
I haven't heard it. I actually haven't, bro.
Not overrated. He hasn't heard it. Yo, top tier joint, bro. Bump Sparrow. Sparrow is like crazy, bro.
So I gotta say, guys, we're gonna lose this camera in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? All right, so let's
Were we wrapping it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We got 5 minutes on the battery. Daryl, how are you feeling?
I'm chilling. Yeah.
Chilling?
Yeah. Right. Like in general. Like.
Yeah, like you good? You cold? Anything? No.
My hands are cold, but nah, I'm chilling.
Nice.
I lost that hot, bro. I don't know where that shit went, bro. Like,
What happened?
I lost the little hottie shit, bro. I don't know where it went.
The little packet.
Isn't one on the floor?
Yeah,
Or is
Nah,
that
that's the old one.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I don't know where that shit, bro. I got like, I got like 4 pockets and I don't know where that shit is, bro.
Yo, big shout outs to Daryl.
Shout outs to Daryl.
All right, so any shout outs, plugs, all that?
Yo, shout out to Jeremy Colliard.
Shout out to Jeremy Colliard.
You know who the fuck I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeremy Colliard.
If you a LaGuardia, you know what's up with that.
That's like
Sarada Roush too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sarada's goated, bro.
Like both them. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, great artist right there.
We need to circle back to them and see what's up.
Yeah, I gotta hit her line. Anything else?
Shout out to you and Daryl, the fuck, for putting this out, for making this a thing, bro.
I thought me and Daryl had the same reaction. We're just like, oh shit, okay.
Of course, yeah. What the fuck? Like, y'all put this together.
Oh man, much love, brother. Much love.
All love.
Big shout outs to you for coming through.
Course,
like I said, it's always a blessing to have you around, man. It's always a blessing to talk to you.
Too.
Big shout out to Daryl for holding down camera and audio. Announcements, you dig? He know what's coming. We're gonna have a community space popping next month, right? April 5th, April 6th. My brother Kevin will be showing artwork there. It is courtesy of the homies in Art. If you don't know Art, a rare treasure. That's me, Daryl, Key, and Jaden. Zelly Art. Zelly is also art too. So, we're going to have a space. We're going to have some artwork there. We're going to have some vendors. We're going to have performances. Pop through, show some love. Contact any one of us to figure out how you can get in on that. And, you're going to be going up in the spot. It's a little studio space, a little opening reception. We're going to have some fun.
We're going to be outside. New faces.
New faces, exactly. Come say what's up. It's a social event, all right? Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Be respectful.
Don't stand in the corner on your phone all day.
Facts.
You feel me? Talk to somebody you don't know. Just have fun. You feel me? Dance. Yeah, man. Performances pop out. Yeah, we going up like before COVID. Like, when you went to a concert before COVID? Yo, and everybody was, that's Chief Keef concert was, that's another conversation, bro. We can't even get in on that.
We can't get on that. Shout out to that Chief Keef concert in Queens.
Shout out to Chief Keef concert in Queens. Queens got a lot of shit, but yeah. Pop out, have fun, dance. It's quiet. That's done? All right, so we done. My brother. Much love, always. Much appreciation. Thank you for coming through.
Always.
Stay up, my guys.
Stay up, my guys.